Hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome to this introduction class of your retail banking and wealth management paper. Please confirm the audio and video is fine. I'm audible and everything is okay. We are good to go. Everyone who's present here, please comment down that everything is okay so that we can start with the session. So in this introduction session, basically we are just going to discuss the basics of our RBWM paper. Right? What are the modules? Clear. Thank you so much for responding. So, yes, we are going to discuss what is the syllabus, what are the difficult topics, easy topics, how we are going to approach, basically how we are going to clear our exam. All clear? Great. Thank you so much. Clear. Thank you. Welcome everyone. I welcome you all to the introduction session and we won't take much time, just discuss the basic things. Some of you might be giving this paper for the second or third time, others for you uh, completely new things, right? You might be giving the complete JIB paper for the first time or the retail banking, whatever the case may be. Basic things are important. Whenever we are starting our preparation, we should know what we are going for. What are the challenges that might come in our way? And if you have seen the exam analysis or you have talked to the previous aspirants, you would know that how the institute is just increasing the difficulty level each time. In this exam session, what happened? In the previous exam sessions, the theoretical part of RBWM always had a higher weightage. This time also, the theoretical part weightage was high. But the institute, they introduced difficult case studies as well as more numericals. Usually 5-6 numericals are asked, but this time around 15 to 20 numericals were there in the exam. All right, so we need to change our strategy, we need to adjust our strategy according to the exam. That is what I'm going to discuss with you today, starting with the basics. If we talk about our retail banking and wealth management syllabus, so there are in total 30 units, not 26 but 30 units. Now the last 4 units, they come from the additional reading material, but this time the weightage of module E was also more. We saw around 10 to 15 marks questions from module E. However, as compared to the previous exam sessions, there were only 5 or 6 marks questions were there. And before 2023, there were no questions from module E. All right, so module E, and that too, these questions were numerical. So the weightage of numericals is increasing. All right, so as all your papers are in your JIB exam, this paper is also of 100 marks, right? You will be given 10 hours to complete, 2 hours to complete the paper, and there is no negative marking. All right, no negative marking is there. But now it is not necessary that there will be 100 questions as well. The questions are of 0 0.5 marks, 1 marks, and 2 mark questions are also there. And in this exam session, 2 marks questions were more. So the number of questions can go down, but the marks will always be 100. And to qualify your retail banking and wealth management paper, you need to score minimum 50 out of 100. This is same for all your 4 papers. In RBWM also you need to score 50 marks. Alright. Or another option that you have is if you are giving all the 4 papers in the single attempt. So you have the benefit of credits. Right. So what you can do, if you have more than 45 marks in each of the paper and your aggregate is 50%, that is 200 out of 400, then also you will qualify the exam. All right, so either 50% aggregate or 50 marks out of 100 in each of the paper. Like if let's say in paper 1 you were able to score 55, in paper 2 you were able to score 60, in paper 3 let's say somehow you scored only 47, right? and then again in paper 4 you were able to score 52, 53. So the total will be more than 200, and then also you will qualify the exam. These are the basic things. Maximum marks, total time. I have told you there is no negative marking. That is why it is important that you manage your time well and attempt all the questions. Do not leave any question thinking that you do not know the answer. Mark it. Even if you do not know the answer, attempt the question. Either you will get it right, so you'll get the marks, or you will get a zero. You won't get negative marking. All right. Now, if we talk about the modules, module A is retail banking and introduction. So there are 4 units in your module A. Module A is quite simple, almost theoretical. First unit is just an introduction, so you'll understand the meaning of retail banking, the stages of retail banking, characteristics, advantages, and disadvantages. Second chapter is somewhat conceptual. So you will have the different business approaches, strategic business unit will be there, departmental approach will be there, applicability of retail banking, and then fourth unit is branch profitability. So in the branch profitability, you will find some numerical part. There are the different levels of profitability: gross profit, net profit, operating profit, ROA, ROE, return on assets, return on equity. All right, so unit 4 from module A is very important. This time also around 5 questions were there from unit 4 of module A, and these were all numerical, so 2 marks questions. 10 marks only from one unit. This is what the institute is doing. They have completely ignored some units, and then they have given so many questions from a single unit. All right, so module A has 4 units. Then you have module B, which talks about the retail products and recovery. All right. So topics like customer requirements, product development process, you will find the important retail liability products, the different forms of deposits are there: term deposit, demand, CASA deposits, recurring deposit, two-in-one deposit, their characteristics, then asset side products, all the types of loans are covered here. You also have the credit and debit cards, remittance products, digitization. What is recovery? This second part. So here a brief of the SARFAESI Act is given, which is again very important. SARFAESI Act is there, Lok Adalat is there, so you'll be seeing the classification of non-performing assets, irregular assets, right? Standard asset, substandard asset, what are the provisioning requirements? So module B is the most important from your exam point of view, and it also has the maximum units. You have 12 units in module B. Okay, 12 units. Then you have module C, which is again completely theoretical. It is theoretical and also very easy. Most of the units from module C were ignored by the institute this time. In module C, you have 6 units. Support services, right? So marketing, delivery channels, delivery models, customer relationship management, marketing information system. Completely theoretical. We place it on the bottom side of our priority list. Then module D, again very important. Every year you see so many questions from module D, which is wealth management. So module D also has 4 units. Here you cover the portfolio management, then investment management, investment banking, tax planning, the assessment year, financial year, the different sections under which you can claim deductions, and other financial services that are provided by banks. So insurance business, mutual fund business, the different types of bonds that are there in which we can invest. All right, so these are the units in module D, and then finally we will also cover module E, which again has 4 units. So this will total to 30 units from module E. Earlier, this was just treated as an additional reading material, and we did not cover it. The institute did not ask any questions. But two units are very important: housing, finance, and tax planning. So, again, the various sections of the IT Act: 24B, 80C, 80EE, deduction for the first time home buyers, then deductions for the claiming of joint home loans, and then also mortgage advice. And very, very important topic, you saw around four numericals again from capital gains tax. Capital gains tax. This is also a very important topic, right? So long term capital gains, short term capital gains, what is the formula for the index cost of acquisition and improvement? So numericals were there, but only three chapters, two or three chapters are there which contain the numerical or the formulae. One is this branch profitability from module A. Second is from the module E, capital gains tax. Then the time value for money, right? There's a rule 72. Other rules are there. Then we have the annuity, future value of annuity. And then from the debit and credit cards from module B, what you will see, like, this is the due date of billing, these many free days are provided, after that the payment was done, so what will be the interest paid by the customer? Such questions are also there. So numerical plus case studies, this is what makes the paper difficult. Otherwise, retail banking and wealth management is very much doable. Only this time we saw the difficulty level being so high that those who were preparing from the starting, even they could score around 50, 55. Otherwise, we see scores up to 70, 80 in our RBWM paper. But don't worry, you are starting today. So we have ample amount of time in our hands so that we can cover all the concepts. Talking about concepts, so yes, this paper, concepts is very important. You need to have strong conceptual clarity, only then you will be able to clear the paper. If we talk about the priority, highest priority module B, then module D, module A, module C, and module E. Now, this can interchange. I think we shall put module C here and module E here. Why? Because this time numericals were there from module E. Questions were there from module C as well. More in fact from module than module E. But numerical part was there, and many aspirants they faced difficulty. Numericals are not tough, but numericals are lengthy. Understanding the numericals, trying to understand which formula to use, then case studies are also lengthy. So many times, because of the lengthy nature of the questions, sometimes we are not even able to completely read all the questions. So to avoid that, we need to have conceptual clarity so that as soon as we read the question, we understand that this is the topic being asked, this will be the answer. All right. So module B, D, A, and then C and E together. Okay. Now, what will be our strategy? Even though module C is not that important, it is on the lower side of a priority list, or from module E, only a few questions are asked. Still, we will not skip any module. We will start from module A and then we will go to module E. We have ample amount of time, so we will take our time. Wherever the chapter is lengthy, we will take 2 or 3 sessions to cover it. Wherever there are numericals, again we will take 2 or 3 sessions to cover it and practice the numericals, practice all the formulae. All right, we will start with module A and then we will end with module E. Practicing mock tests. Now mock tests are available full length as well as sectional for you, right? So utilize your weekends to practice the mock test. Even after each module is done, we are going to have a revision of the complete module. Exam specific notes. This is very important. We are going to have our classes for the RBWM at 8 p.m. What you need to do, just download the PDF of the class and take 10 minutes time to go through the points. Attend the live class at 8 p.m. And after that, before you go to sleep or in the morning when you're traveling to your office, on your way, you can just go through the points. No need to recall or try to mug up at that point. Just go through it so that if you face any doubt or query, you can ask me in the next session. And again, one more point. Although you have the option to watch the recorded videos as well, but I would suggest you try to attend the live classes as far as possible. If due to any unavoidable reason you are not able to attend, then please watch the recorded video, that too as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will create a backlog, right? It will create a pile and it will make it difficult for you to take out time. Okay, so better that if you have this opportunity, attend the live classes. You can interact with me. If you don't understand any point, you can ask me directly. I will be available right there to solve your issue. So better. And then revision is very important. All right. Retail banking, you will see many concepts that you're using in your daily banking life. RTGS is there, NEFT is there. You already know what are the particulars of home loans, education loan. Some topics are very easy, very easy. Some topics, however, are tough. And the institute is going to ask you the tough topics. They already know what you know. All right. So revision is important. And if we talk about the types of questions asked, you have direct MCQs with 4 options, but their weightage is decreasing by each exam cycle. So we are going to expect the difficulty to increase. So there will be more numericals. Numericals are not tough. They are simple. I can say they can be lengthy, but only 5 or 6 formula are there that you need to remember, and you can easily solve the numericals. Then multiple selection type questions, you'll be given certain statements. Out of those, you need to select whether ABC is correct, BCD is correct, A or C is correct. All of them are correct, right? So these type of questions also take time. It will take time for you to understand all the statements. But again, if you practice these types of questions, it will be easy. And case study based questions, not direct but scenario. For example, if the institute wants to ask you what is the um, we will say compensation paid by the banks in case of delayed credit in the bank account, or reversal of credit in case of failed ATM transaction. We already know it is rupees 100. But the institute will not ask you this. The institute will give you a scenario that the customer made a delay in reporting of 7 days. Now, what will be the scenario? Or in case of customer's liability in a fraudulent transaction, unauthorized transaction, what will be the liability? Rather than asking direct question, they will give you a scenario. The scenario will be lengthy, but I will tell you how you can solve the case studies easily. Again, I'm telling you, if you have conceptual clarity, nothing is difficult. Neither numericals nor case studies or any multiple selection. All of these questions will be easy. So, yes, paper was the most difficult from the previous exam sessions. Still, all of the aspirants who were preparing from the start, they were able to clear it with good marks as well. So please remember that your aim is not to have a mastery over the paper. All you need to do is score more than 50. So even if you're focusing just on the easy topics, even if you're not comfortable with numericals, 20 numericals are there, right? 80 are still theoretical. The weightage of theory will always be more. So you can focus on theory as well. But we will practice everything. We are not going to leave anything behind. Whatever situation the institute gives us, we are going to tackle it with our strength. So we have already understood the exam objective. It is not mastering every topic, just clearing the exam. So we will prioritize increment rather than in-depth knowledge. We will prioritize our topics strategically. Difficult, challenging topics we will begin with. We will then move on to the medium effort and easy topics as well. Easy topics like NEFT, RTGS, IMPS, these are quite easy. We already know about it. But they help us score more marks. All right. Then we have also understood A balanced coverage plan should be there. Again, excessive time on overly complex or low return topics is not necessary. So we can do doable, challenging topics without negative bias. Planning efficiently for time management on weekdays. You can devote time for your live classes. On weekends, we will have our classes in the morning. So rest of the days you have for your revision. Optimize your study resources. Just use the PDFs that are provided to you. Do not go for any study material that is provided. And finally, maintain a positive approach. Like I'm saying, we are in the month of May. We have June, July, August, September, as well as some time before our exam. October, we have around 5 months, in fact more than that. So we will be able to complete the syllabus, we will be able to revise, practice mock test, practice all the questions in live sessions. So after this foundation we are going to move on to our crack and cracker. We are going to practice just the numerical in the special numerical sessions. Everything we are going to do. So don't worry, we will be able to complete the syllabus, revise it, practice MCQs, numericals, everything. So that is all from my side. This was the introduction to your RBWM paper. If you still have any doubts or queries, now you can ask them in the comment box. Drop down your messages. Any doubts, any queries, please ask. Or let me know if everything is clear. One request that I have, try to attend the live classes and try to be active. Right? If you face any queries, ask me there and then themselves so that I can understand. Clear? All right. Others also please respond. This is the benefit of live classes. You should take the most advantage of it. This 1 hour that you are going to give me daily, take the most advantage of it. Ask me questions. Ask me as many times as you want. I will repeat the topics again. All right. So great. It's clear. So now we will start with our module A, unit 1 tomorrow at 8 p.m. Right? We will start with the introduction. All right. Everything is good. So attend the class at 8 p.m. tomorrow and then daily at 8 p.m. On weekends, we will have our classes at 10 a.m. in the morning. So thank you so much. That will be all for today. After this also, if you have any doubts related to the exam, related to the syllabus, note them down and you can ask me tomorrow before we start with our unit 1. Okay, so thank you so much. Good night and take care, and I will see you in tomorrow's class. And before you leave, you can see on the top right corner there's a feedback option. If you have any feedback for me related to the class, related to anything, that also you can let me know. Thank you.